Should you use grip tape on your recurve riser on the handle? So again, I'm joined by Mike here. Thanks for joining me, Mike.
Pleasure as always.
Yeah, and we wanted to kind of chat about this because someone sent in a question and they were asking essentially that the full question was, almost all Korean archers, even at the club level, wrap their grip with tape. Why is this rarely seen in the rest of the world? So I guess we can start with that base question and then we want to cover a little bit more like, should you actually use it? Is this something for you? So what's your thought on why is this rarely seen in the rest of the world?
I think it's rarely seen because it is a skill to put it on. It's easy to put it on badly and have it feel horrible. It's easy to buy the wrong tape and have it feel horrible.
True. Very true.
If you don't see the best people at your club doing it, you're not going to probably do it. And you don't have to. You can shoot without, so it's not like you're never gonna shoot the 650 unless you put tape around your recurve riser. You know, that's not the case. But it is something I did, something I appreciated, and especially when you're shooting in hotter, more humid countries. I felt it was more of an advantage, more of a pleasurable thing to use. I don't know if I guess advantage is the right word to use, isn't it? I wouldn't do it unless I thought it was going to score better. And some of the other, and then I changed grips onto a grip that was like 50% rubber. So then I felt like I didn't need to. So I would have shot the last 3 years of my career without using grip tape. But if I think of all of the people on the team with me, I want to say every single person on the British team with me, certainly over the last 10 years of my career, I can't think of anyone who didn't wrap their tape. I can think of one individual who used to put sticky-backed skateboard sandpaper on his grip.
I've seen people do that as well, and
I want to say that was the late great Mr. Simon Terry. I think it was him, but I can't swear to that.
Was it? Was it like a little circle of? Oh, right.
Old chunk. So it would have gone. Yeah. I mean, I think it was Simon, or it was certainly one of my teammates had sticky back sandpaper on the grip, and I guess that's taking grip to a whole new level.
Smooth baby hands if you accidentally move around, I guess. But I think this is the grip that you were mentioning as well, isn't it? The one that you changed
that's the
to.
one. So that darker part there is made from a hard wearing rubber, but I felt I got the same grip and tactile feel as having grip tape around my standard grip. And I like the fact on these, I won't lie, I like the fact they're color coordinated. You can order them in different colors, and it was a nice way to personalize your bow. And I like the shape. It was a better shape for me, and I could order them so I could have two different shapes. You know, I could have this shape on both bows exactly the same. Whereas when I personalize a grip myself, I then have to try and make two the same to go on my spare bow. So yeah, I like these very much so. I found them to be super comfortable, and I didn't need to wrap them.
Yeah, and this is the grip. I actually use this CMS, Coach Mel Nichols version, not on the Gilo. This is just the Gilo riser.
No, mine was on the Hoyt, just to be clear.
Yeah. But yeah, I use this same grip towards the end of my career as well.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it is a good grip, and I think particularly, you're kind of going a little bit off topic here, aren't we? But I think it's good to mention this, in particular, the thumb kind of channel area on this grip is quite nice. So not for everyone, but for a lot of people, this is a decent starting point maybe to try a grip if you feel like you're not getting that thumb direction. But anyway, we kind of digress slightly.
I must admit, I didn't even know it was a Coach Mel Nichols grip. Next time I see him, I'll thank him. I think I saw the company at the trade stand in Vegas, and I just put my hand in 12 grips. That was the one I liked. I didn't know. I only discovered yesterday when I looked at this that I was like, oh, I used to use a Coach Mel Nichols. I will thank him next time I see him.
Yeah. If you're enjoying this video and want step-by-step guidance from me to improve your technique, check out my Online Archery Academy video courses. Go to onlinearcheryacademy.com, click Explore the Courses for a special discount. Now back to the video. But yeah, so I think the thing you mentioned, I guess there's kind of three things. Like, it's hard to put the grip tape on because if you over wrap the layers, then it gets really thick and horrible. And then if you put it too high up into the throat of the grip, it's kind of horrible. You want, just so people, maybe I can find one while we're talking about this, but if you're kind of looking at a grip tape to buy...
that's the crucial thing, Ash. If they buy the wrong thing, you're on you're on a hiding to nothing. So many people wrap it in tennis
Yeah,
racket, and it's far too thick, and it's just awful.
exactly. So I'll bring this up here. We've gone to Uncle Jeff's website, so we can bring that up here. And what you want to avoid is anything that says overgrip, anything that says comfort, probably.
Yeah, good point.
So stuff like this, basically, comfort and overgrip means thick. You can translate that to thick and horrible for archery. For tennis, is great. But yeah, so you want to avoid those. The one I used to use was a head grip tape. Let's see if I can... So extreme soft, probably not what you want either, because that's a different way of saying, again, the comfort.
Thick and soft, yeah.
Yeah, so you want something like extreme soft pickleball, and this is where it's a little bit tricky to find. Again, overgrip, you don't want that. Sporting goods, this is where it's a little bit... This one, something like this might be better. I normally go for like a name brand one that's a bit kind of more established, but this one is... It says neon dry, so ones that are dry and more like matte. You can kind of see them in the packet when you order them.
They're thin. I mean, they're like a millimeter or less thick, aren't they? I mean, it's really thin, slightly stretchy. Not rubber though, are they? They are a type of like cloth covered in like a thin sheen of plastic.
Exactly, and you want something basically the thinnest one that you can get.
And they normally come in those packs of 3 or 4. And I generally tell people to go, because I don't know what to recommend like this. I tell them to go to your local big box sports shop and just go look and buy the thinnest one. And normally then you come away. And again, once you know the name and the brand, you can then go online and order it in pink if that's what you want.
And
they look like they're going to be thinner. Yeah, on the corner of that one, you saw that on the corner. That's that
exactly,
picture there. You can see. There you go. You can see at the bottom there how thin that one is. That looks like that one would be okay.
Yeah, so this is a good example of one that's better. Funnily enough, this one actually does still say overgrip, but for whatever reason, Advantage...
You're doomed. You got to go look.
For whatever reason, Advantage must be their like thinner type one. So yeah, looking at the pictures is good. And basically when it comes, when you order it and you see it, then you can have a look through the packet before you open it. It's pretty obvious the ones that are really thick. So this one looks decent, for example. This one, let's have a look. This is for pickleball, but that's fine. We're going to...
Sometimes table tennis tape is really good as well.
Yeah. These ones look thinner as well. They've got some funky colours.
Yeah.
But the fact that they kind of look a little bit matte as well, normally as the thinner ones kind of look matte in their kind of appearance. So these look decent as well. So it's something you kind of have to trial and error a little bit. But yeah, definitely getting one that's not too thick.
I don't think there's an archery branded one out there, is there?
Not that I've seen.
No, that's interesting, because you could literally just rebrand someone else's product. Right, It'd be just stamp Morgan Archery on there and away you go. So we're going to do a chest guard and we're going to do grip tape.
But yeah, in terms of, you mentioned those two things, and I think the humidity is another thing, because I think in a lot of the time in the UK or the US, it depends if you're in Florida, I guess, in the US, but it's not as humid. If you've ever been to Korea in the summer, you cannot shoot without a grip tape in the summer, right? Like it is just like, it's impossible. Yeah. So that's probably one of the reasons why they all shoot with the grip tapes as well, because of the humidity. And for whatever reason, I get really clammy hands. So basically I have Korean humidity all year because my hands are just like that. So I had to always use grip tape, even when I used that CMS Jaeger grip, because, I just had to have it. But just to give kind of people an example as well of the kind of grip tape as a video example, I'll bring up here.
Because you've got a video on how to wrap it, yes?
I believe so, but I'm not 100% sure. If I haven't, that might be one that I need to do.
I think if you haven't done it, that's definitely one we need to do, because it is something we get asked about. So we'll take action on that.
Yeah, because doing it in the right way and really making sure it's thin enough. Because you can see here, I mean, we've got Kim Woo-jin, grip tape, Lee Woo-suk, grip tape, Im Dong-hyun, grip tape. And this is in Turkey, so it's a lot drier than in Korea. But like, you do just really, I mean, I've struggled to find. Yeah.
Still so hot. You're still saying it's super dry. It's still so hot compared with the UK, you know?
It's true. And then if we even like look in the background when they step off the line, you can kind of see like most of the archers in the background as well have the grip tape on. So I think you should definitely try it.
Next time I go to a major event, I'll try and do a audit along the shooting line when they're down to the top 32 or the top 64 in the world or something. I'll try and do a walk along and just see what percentage, because I think we'll be up in the 80% will use grip tape, I think. Something like that, maybe even higher.
Yeah. So if you're someone that's watching this and thinking, I haven't used grip tape before, why haven't I now, after watching this? It's probably a case of like, it's one of those things you haven't tried, it's hard to know what tape to buy, and you're worried about getting it wrong. Just order 2 or 3 different ones from Amazon, try and get thin ones. When they arrive, compare them through the packet, pick the thinnest one, and then go and try and wrap it. And I will check if I've done a video on wrapping it or not. But when you're wrapping it, you want to basically make sure that you're really stretching the grip tape as you're wrapping it around, because that's going to make it thinner, and it's also going to allow it to kind of sit flat. If you try and neatly place it on the grip, it's basically going to like roll over and get folds and be thick and disgusting. Absolutely horrible. It's me again here. If you don't want to join the courses just yet, but you want help from me, sign up to my free weekly newsletter by putting your email address in at onlinearcheryacademy.com and clicking join now. Or click become a member to join my online membership community, where you can get access to loads of exclusive content, plus ask questions directly for me to answer in Q&A sessions. So check that out if you want to. And now back to the video.
And I want to say that every bow is different as well. Depends where the holes are in the riser. So even if you watch one video, that'll only explicitly apply to that bow. When you get down towards the bottom of the grip, the way you wrap it through the holes in the bow or the shape of the grip, they're all slightly different. But what you need to get is that crisscross pattern on top, which will... So we have it. See, it's so hard to explain without showing you, because what we have it is that as you're pushing your hand into the bow, all of the edges are leading away from you. So you're not going to roll up any of the edges. All of the edges are facing away. So as you slide your hand in, you're not puckering up the corners of the grip tape. So that way it can last for several months. I would say for most keen archers, they shouldn't need to change it more than every 6 months, should they? I would have thought.
Yeah, probably. I think
maybe for me, shooting every day, then maybe it's more.
Yeah, for me, just because I had clammy hands, like it would be more. But I think most people it'd be 3 to 6 months or something if they're not shooting that often. And it's not too much of a faff to like do another one if you need to.
And don't be the first time you do it, it might not be a bad idea just to take it off again and do it again anyway. You know, it is a skill to learn, and the best way to learn is just to keep practicing.
Exactly, yeah. So yeah, let us know in the comments. Hopefully that was helpful, but let us know in the comments, A, if you use a grip tape already, and B,